Do anything to you to make you feel any type of way.
No, I only say cubic zirconia so people won't be always saying, she said diamond, she said diamond, she said diamond. But lately, when your name been coming up on my platform, it actually has been more in a positive manner, in my personal opinion. But because they came to my page with the gamer stuff, it was like, "Ooh, girl, let me tell you what happened." Woo, woo, woo. Now, honestly, I always said that get it off your chest. It kind of bites me in my ass, but at the same time, I did open my platform up for that type of stuff. So this week, your name was hot topic on my platform only because of the things that was taking part at the gala involved with people that people seen me having things with. So they kind of just like threw you in it with your name. But other than that, like I said last night, I admitted that I burned a lot of bridges with some real ass people. And the person that caught that honestly was Jazz, and she was like, "You did." And they was like, "Well, bridges can be mended or whatever." And I was like, "Man, I said some fucked up shit," and I left it at that. But I've always known this year, from January up until now, I've always known that I had a little spot in this, Black TikTok community. But I knew that everything I've been through now kind of led up to why once I got back to the top, I really was alone per se, right? But I only do kind of what I see actually doing things. Like last week when I set boundaries for that word bitch, I lost my whole crew again. I keep saying I don't want to be the community leader. I don't want to be the platform. I don't want that. I keep saying I just want my podcast, but like off radio. And every time I get in my little groove on TikTok with my topics and things, I end up just shutting down when people don't respect that I really don't want to be messy. But
Okay, so
I end up just going with the flow, and then the numbers go up when we get to talking shit like it do with everybody else.
okay, so well, let me say this. I don't have a contract with
Hey, turn it
TikTok.
down.
I don't have a contract with TikTok. Um I don't feel I sold my soul for TikTok. Um I think it was, what else was you saying? I The other people, we're not gonna say their names because they're not here, but I also feel like they don't have a contract. My opinion as well, they don't have a contract with TikTok as well. I don't feel like we sold our soul on TikTok.
That was
Um,
extreme sarcasm for me saying that some of the things that partake on y'all platform is just embarrassing to some of us in the community.
okay, but you do realize that when you are speaking on like big content creators and it floats in the TikTok streets, it can do some type of damaging to their name when their name is slandered a certain way.
At the same time, me and Miss Jackie had just acknowledged that the only way my numbers was gonna shoot back up and I was gonna get back heard again was to be messy. And me and Miss Jackie had acknowledged that a couple weeks ago. And when we told our truth, people really took that and extra ran away and pushed for me. And I was like, see, Miss Jackie, if I be good peasy, they don't fuck with me. And then the people that fuck with me come to my platform only really to try to take my shit over. And then I end up cussing them out, and people look at me like I'm crazy. But I recognize my snakes instantly, and I be like, I should have never fucked with them. So then, in order for me to get back on the FYP, get my numbers back up, and the people that are, and I mentioned that I lost 3 investors behind some shit I did behind that word bitch. And I don't have to tell my business, but I did. So here I am, still pursuing my dreams to be heard. And once I set boundaries, like I say, in order for me, I hated that real life, in order for me to be seen, heard, and get numbers, 8,000 people to come through my live in 2 or 3 hours, I gotta be messy. And this shit is sad. It's my most embarrassing factor for our
But
community.
Poochie, don't
So,
you feel like
wait,
this
So,
is karma?
so
listen,
hold on, wait a minute, hold on, wait, James, hold on.
wait. So I diss y'all shit. So people try to see that when I do it, People really found that shit cool. That was Team Poozy. You need to get it off your chest. Yeah, Poozy, go. And I'm like, that's fucked up that I have to talk shit. So the other day, I said this yesterday. The other day, I asked my mom. I said, Mama, I said, how come with everything I do,
Man, why
in
y'all
order
want to
for me
start
to get
watching
heard
this?
and
Man,
understood,
turn that
I
shit off.
gotta cuss, fuss, hoop, and holler. She was like, I don't know, but I seen it with my own eyes. And I was like, I
So
don't like doing that.
so let me ask. So is it fair to say that you? Okay, so let me say this correctly. Are you saying that you bring up other content creators' names and be messy and to bring the numbers and the views?
To prove my point that only way people will listen to me is if I'm being messy.
Okay, but what I'm asking you is, are you saying that you bring up other content creators' names to help your to help your views and your likes?
No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying to show that in order for me to get views, numbers, and likes, I have to be messy. I have to bring up y'all names. Because when I'm not talking about y'all, they don't fuck with me. When I'm talking shit about y'all, they fuck with me. And it's sad.
Okay, so am I saying it wrong, y'all, or is she saying the same thing? I'm asking her the question. I don't.
She's saying in
She's
order for
answering
her
it.
to
She's
grow,
answering it.
I'm not
she's saying in
purposely
order
bringing
for
up
her to
y'all
grow,
name.
she have to
Yeah,
be
say something.
messy. She have to be messy with knowing content creators like yourself and other content creators to get her views up. So I don't think she's saying like, okay, yeah, she's being messy because she's using real content creators to get her views up. So that might be something that I'm thinking she's trying to check herself with. I'm not speaking for her, but I'm thinking she's trying to check. She
I'm
realized,
proving that I shouldn't have to do that shit, but when I do
Okay,
that shit,
so
it gets their attention.
so let me ask you this
I just want
question.
to do topics. That's it. I
Oh,
just want to run
so
my topics. I
Pussy,
don't want to talk about
so
y'all.
so hear me out, Pussy. Let me say this to you. When I first started getting on TikTok, I was at work, right? No lie. I used to be on TikTok. We used to be laughing and just talking and cracking jokes, and people used to be picking on my hair and all this stuff. It used to be like 5 people in there, and then 10 people in there. And then as I come on there every day, and we wasn't even being messy, and my platform just started growing, and it just started growing, and it just started growing. And we was not being messy at all, no lie. So all I'm saying to you is, honey, you don't have to be messy to build your numbers and your views. All you have to do is just stay consistent and come on there. If you want to have topics, just stay consistent and have your topics. And eventually, if people like what you are saying and they want to chime in, they will come in and they will chime in and they will sit back, or they'll sit back and they'll listen. My platform, I think what you, honey, fair to realize is this wasn't an overnight growth. It was not. Um, Honestly, I think when I'm gonna say how my live actually went viral. My live actually went viral when the when Will Smith and Jada thing popped off. Everybody was in TikTok talking about the Will Smith and Jada, and when he slapped Chris Rock, we was on my live and we was talking about it, and people just started coming in and coming in and coming in, and we just started talking about, everybody was putting their opinion on the Will Smith and Jada. And I don't know if you remember, but we was talking about that for like a whole freaking week or so on TikTok. Every live you went to, everybody was talking about the Will Smith and Chris Rock thing. And from then on, people started coming in my live and was like, Diamond, what's the topic today? What's the topic? And I'm like, shit, I don't know what the topic is. And I was like, let me figure it out. And then we just started talking. And then people would just start recommending, okay, well, let's talk about this and let's talk about that. And that's how people just started gravitating to my live. So what I'm saying to you is, you don't have to be messy, honey, for people to come in and see you. Eventually, if it's like I said, if they like what you're talking about, they're gonna gravitate to you, honey. They're gonna gravitate to you. You don't have to go and you know what I'm saying, and argue with other people, because honestly, like, this mess on TikTok has really, really gotten out of hand. I received so many crazy topics to the point where some of them I said, no, we ain't talking about that today, or no, we're not gonna talk about this, or we're gonna talk about that because
Can
it's
y'all
it's
find something else to do while I'm on here, please? Y'all making too much noise, please.
because I know some topics will just make the TikTok streets go ballistics. That's why certain topics I don't have on my platform, and it, it's not easy. I know you want this, honey. Listen, you want it.
I think
I
she
just want a
changed her mind, not
podcast that,
Diamond.
what
The
they
way
not
this goddamn
understanding,
live went,
Diamond, what
she
they not
changed her goddamn
understanding.
mind.
I
Hey,
don't want no. This
hey,
is the
Poochie.
problem. Everybody keeps trying to make me want to be a TikTok celebrity. And when I said what y'all took as the dig was me saying I would never work for TikTok, is me saying when we ask the question what brought you to TikTok, I tell my answer is true. I'm not digging. It sounds like I'm digging because I say it with my little attitude, but I am, but I'm not. Okay, I'm being petty. But I didn't come to do the TikTok part. I really just want y'all to listen to me when I get my shit together so I can have my little 2-3 hours on the radio. I just want to do
Poochie.
my
Okay, so let
topics.
me
Hold on.
so
Like,
so
I
so so
never really,
Pussy.
What
I
it
So
is?
just,
Pussy, okay,
hold
so
on,
how about we
hold
do
on.
this? So how about we do this, Pussy? How about we do this? Um a lot of people go live at any time, right? A lot of people know Diamond come on in the morning time. Um a lot of people know Tea Time got the evening shift. Why don't we find a time for you to actually come in where people would gravitate to you?
That's what I've been doing. I just be watching my numbers on the times, looking at my analytics, seeing what gravitates. And I like the fact that TikTok now give us those clips of our most viewed moments. So I've been doing my research on myself. I'm
It's
And
doing
I,
the
true.
damn
So
thing.
it
you got to be
and
I'm
and
coming
consistent.
up. I'm coming up. I'm coming up. I see it.
and I just will I
I
will
appreciate
come.
y'all.
Pussy, are you crying?
Uh,
No, I appreciate y'all for wanting to work me in the slot. This is what I've been asking for. And I appreciate it.
Poochie,
I
all you
just
got
want
to
y'all
do
to
is
hear
be
me. I just
consistent
want
with
y'all to
it.
listen to me and support me. That's all.
Can I say something real quick? Look, Poozy, I'll say this. Poozy, you have a thing, right? Like be yourself. If you are yourself and your personality, your genuine self, one thing about you, you will always just say some off the wall shit about your life. Always. And the shit's funny, it's wild, and we're like, what? We talk about, your struggle, whatever. I mean, people will be drawn to that automatically. You don't have to dog or drag anybody, anybody. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you are your authentic self, you talk about growing up in the hood, you talk about, being on food stamps and all that stuff. The way you talk about it at times is fucking funny. Keep that energy. You know what I'm saying? Use that same energy, use that same authenticity that you have, and then add, if you want to add in topics, I don't know, whatever's trending, it doesn't have to be everything that everybody's talking about. It can be plain and simple, but you don't have to like be on someone's ass and like dog someone constantly do that. If that's what you truly want to do as an individual.
No, that's what I was saying. We doing it.
So you have a
Listen,
Hey, Miss
personality.
Nat,
You have a
come here.
personality. You have your niche. It's different than anybody on this platform. You truly do. Me personally, I'm not trying to grow, like a platform or anything. But if I ever were to do that, I'm going to be Fireman. I'm not going to try to be Hoover. I'm not going to try to be James. I'm going to be Fireman. You know what I'm saying?
But
And I'm
one
not going
thing,
to. I'm not going to talk shit about what was on Hoover's platform. I'm not going to talk shit about what was on James' platform. Unless we cool like that and they don't mind. You know what I'm saying? Like, we cool.
right?
We ain't beefing. That's cool.
The only thing you got to do, Poozy, is just be consistent. Meaning you got to come on every day at the same time and be consistent.
but I'm a mama. I can't.
I need my
Because
body.
I'm always a mama first. I can't promise y'all consistency. They come first. That's why I don't want to do the TikTok thing.
No,
Nah, 30
and you
Listen
still
to
minutes.
can
y'all
be
so
a
they can.
mother. You can still be a mother, and you know what I mean. You just have to find a certain time to go live.